Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Anime News, something slightly different than normal. But we have got a video titled 10 Great Isekai Returning in 2024. I'm intrigued because I think we got the Overlord movie, Slime, I don't know what else off the top of my head. So I'm hoping this video is just going to build up my hype meter for the year, because I'm already enjoying this. January's already boss for anime. Let's get into this.
2024 might just be the best year for Isekai yet, because it's very possible every big hitter ever will.
Yo! Oh, what? No. What? So I saw Saga Tiny the Evil. Yo, ReZero again. Let's go.
Will be making an appearance in it.
Yeah, Konosuba, let's go.
Whether it be Mushoku Tensei in April
Yes!
or the Overlord movie in the summer, from the Isekai Quartet
Oh, I can't wait.
to SAO, here's 10 great Isekai returning this year. Starting things off with the spring, first we have the
So we gotta wait till April, but it's fine because it's Mushoku Tensei. Oh, this is sick.
continuation to Mushoku Tensei's second season.
Nice.
The Isekai that brought us an entire 12 episodes focusing on erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
Well, it had actually brought us the emotional reunion between Rudy and Sylph,
I loved it.
but that very much was a major focus of it. What was the most important thing to note, though, was the proposal that brought Rudy into the Ariel faction. Personally, I like to think that means Rudy will become more involved with the Surin politics, but was Zenith still lost and the school arc still going strong? There's honestly no telling on when we'll get to something like that. If Part 2 covers the same number of volumes that Part 1 did, then half the season will probably be spent still at the university, while the other half will finally bring us the long-awaited action we've been waiting for.
Sick.
I won't spoil what it is that arc is going to cover, but
Please
I promise
don't.
all the slice of life to get up to it would have been worth it.
Nice.
I mean, yes, the
Oh my god, I can't. It's April.
last
Right.
season was a
It's not
stark
too long,
tonal
it's not
shift
too
from
long.
what we got back in Season 1, but it's that constant ebb and flow that makes Mushoku Tensei so immersive in the first place. So, the story may seem slow and uneventful now, but I assure you it will pick back up whether at a turning point or something else. Definitely more so towards the end of Season 2, Part 2.
Right, what have we got next?
Also joining Mushoku Tensei
Konosuba, let's
in April is
go!
the long-awaited third season of Konosuba.
Yes!
2017 was the last time we saw the gang together on TV,
What?
then 2019 was the movie wrapping things
Oh.
up with the Crimson Magic Clan arc. There was the spin-off focusing
Jesus Christ. Oh, and you know what? The spin-off wasn't... I didn't like it as much. Maybe I might binge it before Season 3.
on Megumin and her daily life as a student, but with that being a prequel taking place before Season 1, what's important to remember for this is where the movie left off. So, with that bringing us right to the end of things in the Crimson Village, what awaits us next is the Kazuma's little sister arc. Not his
Oh.
actual sister or anyone related to him, but a younger princess who he starts treating as if she was his younger sister. I'm sure you can imagine just how much Kazuma would enjoy living like royalty, so it's his new life as this sort of brother figure that we'll get to explore this season.
Oh my god, that's
An
sick.
interesting thing to note about the actual production is that, unlike how Studio Dean did Season 1 and Season 2, it'll actually be Studio Drive doing Season 3. They were the ones who animated the spin-off from last year, so if you enjoyed the quality of that
Oh, right, okay, because that was really good. Alright, the
overall
quality, the
production,
animation was
it'll be
spot
pretty much
on.
the same since much of the same staff are returning.
Right.
This also includes the original director who took part in Season 1 and 2 originally. Next is Season 3 of Tensada and its hype showdown between Rimuru and Hinata.
Oh my god, I had no idea this was happening. Oh my god. Excitement levels are through the roof this year. And I'm hoping he wasn't teasing at the beginning with that Saga and Tanya of Evil. Oh my god. And ReZero. I'm gonna
Unlike its
explode.
peak counterparts airing alongside it though, Tensada Season 3 will be back-to-back from April to June and July to September.
Oh, it just keeps going.
So, rather than the 12-episode split-core treatment that we usually get, instead we'll be blessed with a minimum of 24 episodes straight.
That's
This means
so
the story
sick.
will move on to cover what's known as the Founding People too, so it's not just going to be Tempest versus the Crusaders for everything. That's simply the beginning for probably 6 to 8 episodes. The rest will be a little less serious and might even have its own tournament arc in between. As for what you need to know to watch Season 3, I don't think either the movie or the Coleus' Dream OVA are necessary.
Right.
Yes, they are both original stories written by the author himself, but with both being what's essentially filler, I think as long as you're caught up with and remember the events of Season 2,
Yo,
you
Season 2 was amazing. Season 2 was amazing. Season 2 was so good.
should be fine to watch Season 3.
Nice.
Next, we'll get into the summer
Oh, the Overlord movie, let's
season, and it's here
go!
we can assume that this is when the Overlord movie will release. We know for sure it's coming out in 2024, but if I had to guess something a bit more specific, summer seems reasonable since it's about 6 months from the initial trailer drop.
I hope this gets like an actual like cinema release by me, because if that happens, again, all my mates gonna make a whole freaking day of it. Oh my god, like get best episodes list and just watch that beforehand. Drinks, go watch that, come back, watch some more. Oh,
Other anime movies have a tendency to drop more towards the end of the year, but I think with enough hopium we can manifest it to come earlier than that.
please.
Now, the timeline for this movie isn't directly after Season 4, but is instead an arc
It's during, isn't it? I remember him mentioning in one of the cook
that
contents.
took place right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What I mean is that while Season 4
Because Demiurge? He went off and did a thing, and
did start with Volume 10 and finish off with Volume 14, Volumes 12 and 13 weren't included in it. The stuff with the Empire was Volume 10, The Dwarves and Dragons was Volume 11, then The Destruction of the Kingdom was Volume 14.
right.
So there was a whole 2-novel arc left out right in between all of this. I don't think it makes much of a difference in the overall grand scheme of things, but it is worth knowing that whatever happens in the movie is technically from before Season 4
But it's still canon.
finished. Specifically after Episode 7 and before Episode 8.
Which it doesn't happen often. Like I said with the time was reincarnated as a slime movie. It's like it's its own like kind of story. It doesn't really integrate with everything. Like it's
They
actually
could
canon.
adapt
So I'm
the
like
story to make it so it takes place after the kingdom's destruction, but I think it's possible to keep the story's consistency without that. Reason being that this Holy Kingdom arc of volumes 12 and 13 is more of its own independent affair as opposed to the usual ever-growing conquest of Nazarick.
right.
Ainz and the gang are definitely still part of it, but the setting shifts its focus to somewhere completely different. So, in addition to a brand new nation for Ainz to mess with, there's also several new characters making their debut, then the return of Demiurge as the Demon Emperor Yaldabaoth. I won't say much more than that, but this arc is said to be many of the light novel readers' favorite.
Oh.
It introduces a new character many people seem to like, and the involvement of Ainz becomes significantly more than what we usually get. Take with that what you will, but at the very least we know we'll be getting the highest budget version of Overlord possible.
Cool, yeah.
It's gonna be fun to see Ainz flexing on unassuming nations on the big screen. Also coming out in the summer.
I forgot about this. It's finally happening. This is the one thing I want. This is the one thing I want. I know this seems so stupid, but of everything, this takes priority for me. Tower of God season 2. So season 1 was amazing for me. It was there for me when I needed it. I just want to know what happens next. But I want to see it animation-wise. I know I could go read the manhwa. I am so looking forward to
It's
this.
the second season for Tower of God.
Ooh,
I know it probably isn't
Let's
actually an isekai, but I'm including it anyway just
Who cares?
so I
Let's
can round
go.
this list out to 10 anime. So, last season brought us into one of the most unique worlds I've ever experienced, and it's this next one that will make it seem a whole lot bigger. Reason being that, unlike how the first season kept us isolated to one floor only, season 2 will traverse us through multiple.
Cool.
It's a continued climb up this seemingly infinite tower, filled with tests increasingly harder than the previous ones. It's been 6 years since Bam's fall
Oh, what a bitch.
during the last test, and he's now climbing the tower under the identity of a different person.
Oh, cool.
So, it's after he's soloed his way through numerous floors already that we'll pick things up as he joins a new team.
Nice.
A notable group that will serve as this season's new cast. That's not to
Yeah, because they don't know. The original ones, they think he's dead. Wow.
say his former teammates won't show up later, but for the time being it's gonna be mostly new people.
Oh.
One of which is speculated to be the Prince of Zahard. Thus the name of this arc being Return of the Prince. Once again, this really isn't an isekai, but with every floor being pretty much a world in and of itself, it honestly might as well be. Now, these next isekai don't have any confirmed release dates, but considering their announcements were all well over a year ago, I wouldn't be
Mate, Fate Strange Fake, that opening OVA was boss.
surprised if any or all of them did come out this year. It is unfortunately just speculation on my part, but I am basing it off the standard 12 to 18 month period between first trailer and release.
Oh my god, Saga of Tiny the Evil coming back is just unreal as well. That's too much.
So, first we have Yojo Senki Season 2, and while the announcement for it was back in 2021, the author has confirmed that production of it is still ongoing.
Oh, wow.
The director was most recently occupied with Fooly Cooly, but now that that's done, I assume he'll be working on Yojo Senki again.
Right.
So, as of August 30th, 2023, Yojo Senki is still returning. As for what to expect, well, lots of military conflict is pretty standard, but I assume it's Volume 5's ongoing battle in the Eastern Front. That and the recently discovered rise of nationalism. Something Tanya knows she can't get rid of with overwhelming power. So, with that and Mary Sue making things a bit more difficult for her, it'll be interesting to see how Tanya deals with these challenges,
Oh my God.
assuming we do get to see it animated at all. I mean, it has been 3 years that we've been waiting after all.
Crazy.
Next, we have ReZero Season 3, and
Oh
while yes, it may be a stretch to say 2024 for it, it is technically possible since White Fox's Sengoku Yoko ends in August. For those of you that don't know, Studio White Fox, the studio behind Seasons 1 and 2, have surprisingly committed to working on a different anime all year. From now until August, they'll be releasing a new episode of Sengoku Yoko weekly.
Yeah, it's like 30 to 50 episodes, isn't it? Something like that.
I'm no expert on the industry or studio.
Which this anime, and someone explained it to me, is like everyone's hyping this up because they're hoping that the guy that originally did the manga is gonna get a faithful adaptation that he's not got. The last like 2 or 3 animes that came out have just been a disappointing kind of like thing. So everyone's like, let's go, they're doing it, they're going in hard. Because the opening episode I thought was kind of like bleh, but like after all the hype and everyone else building up, I'm gonna give it a few more episodes.
Studio White Fox in particular, but I assume that if any studio is working on a multi-core back-to-back anime, it'd be very difficult to release another one right alongside it. That's not to say they are
Well, Mappa did JJK and Attack on Titan at the same time at one point.
working on it, but more times than not, it probably isn't what they're focusing on right now. So, if I was to guess when ReZero Season 3 would release, fall 2024 or winter 2025 would make the most sense to me.
Okay.
We'll be getting more information at Anime Japan on March 24th, so
Cool.
that, if anything, is where we'll get an official release date.
Alright, so we're not even waiting that long to find out. Alright, that's cool.
Then normally I would talk about what to expect from it, but for a series like ReZero, that's something definitely best left untouched. Switching things up with a reverse isekai now. Next is A1 Pictures' Fate Strange Fake.
That opening OVA was sick.
The pilot had come out back in July as the 1-hour Whispers of the Dawn special, but
So
later
good.
this year should be the release of its full version.
Nice. Oh my god, I really want a continuation.
A fake Holy Grail war taking place in America rather than Japan for once. The whole thing is another independent timeline just like Apocrypha or Fate Grand Order, but
Yeah, but you can kind of make it fit in with certain things.
the universe is very much the same as all the others. So, while you will see some familiar faces like Gilgamesh and Enkidu, there's gonna be many new faces since the servants this time around may not all fit that definition of hero. Next, we have a smaller personal favorite of mine, bringing us back Len and the SAO alternative
Oh,
universe. It's been 5 years since
the Gun Gale on. This was good. I really liked this. If this is coming back, cool. Yes.
the first season aired back in 2018, and it was
God, was it that long ago? Wow.
only 6 months ago that season 2 was announced. Hopefully that means we'll be seeing it by the end of the year, but
Mate, all for a second season of that. All for it.
there is always the possibility we might not. Seeing as how they were quick with Devil as a part-timer, though, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out as early as the summer.
Right.
As for what to expect, this season will bring us yet another tournament-style battle royale, except this time around things are going to be a little bit different. It's the same run-and-gun action Gun Gale Online is known for, just with some new game rules and a lot more balance issues.
Right, cool.
Then last we have the world's finest assassin isekai, and though it may not be a sequel to a slightly different popular anime of the same creator, this one was still a lot of fun and just as entertaining.
I know.
It was a
Oh no, I did. I watched the first episode and it didn't really bring me in, so...
surprisingly well-paced power fantasy with more than just a half-baked story to it. I mean, with the entire first season covering only one volume of the novel, that's
Oh.
when you know those behind it are taking their time with it.
That does show that they care. Okay, that's interesting.
If the next season follows suit and covers volume 2, then what we're in for is Lou's Academy arc. He'll go to school and encounter a particular person you may not have expected so soon. I won't go any deeper than that, but if you want to see Lou flexing in more of an academy setting, then Season 2 will have some pretty good moments for you. But yeah, that's 10 great isekai returning in 2024.
Cool.
A quality group of what I think is some of the best isekai out there. It's not often they all air back to back like this, but if we do actually get all these in 2024, then this might honestly be the best year for isekai ever.
Mate.
The presence of ReZero, Mushoku Tensei, Slime, and Overlord are already enough to make it that.
And Tower God. And Tower God.
The rest are just the cherry on top for me. Now, before I go, a huge thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Be sure to download it using my link.
Mate. Oh. If all of them come out this year, what a freaking year for anime. My God. I keep saying it all the time. Tower of God Season 2, I am so excited for. You have no idea. I am so excited for it. Like, not a lot of shows get me genuinely excited for, like, a continuation. Mate, if ReZero comes back, that's going to be boss. Thomas Recon and Slime, yes. The Overlord movie. I want a cinema release. I'm going to grab as many friends as I can to, like, do a whole day of that. But yeah, that was really... that's made me really hype. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video, upload links and description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask. Channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys very much for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. See you guys next time.